Brian Waldron says rorting goes on at every NRL club, and he's prepared to reveal all about News Limited's $66 million investment in the Melbourne Storm.
I think the issue is certainly that I'd like to, in due course, make comment. I wish I could say more, but unfortunately I can't at this stage.
Across town, News Limited, which owns the Storm, had its heaviest hitters available to speak to the team and the media.
I'm down here today to show my commitment on behalf of News for the Storm. Number two, to address some of the more recent issues that have surfaced.
But News Limited says it won't support a player-orchestrated appeal against the penalties imposed on the side. And its Australian boss, John Hartigan, was quick to return fire against Brian Waldron, labelled the rat in the ranks and the architect of the $1.7 million salary cap rort.
I think it's a charade. Brian Waldron has come out. He's tried to spray other people, other clubs. The reality is that he's got something to answer for himself. He's managed to nicely deflect that, and he's blaming other people. Let him go to the police. Let him be truly open about the process.
But critics continue to question who knew what and when.
It's a pretty hard thing to sustain when it's a 100% owned subsidiary, and News Limited has appointed the 6 directors to the board, and all 6 directors are claiming they knew nothing that was going on there.
Business commentators like Stephen Mayne say getting away with salary cap breaches for 5 years shows a complete breakdown of governance at the Storm at best.
The governance is clearly appalling. I mean, how can all 6 directors, the auditors, the 100% shareholder completely miss that this has been going on for 5 years?
While the financial history of the club is being taken apart, the club's owner is encouraging more whistleblowers, like the one who allegedly tipped the NRL off about the rorts in the first place, to come forward.
We've got an inquiry in process at the moment. It is going to deliver, I think, who are at fault. And I'm going to appeal to everyone at the club, if they have any knowledge about anything wrongdoings whatsoever, to come forward.
Brian Waldron also claims he spoke to NRL boss David Gallop about widespread salary cap scams.
I don't have recollection of that, but people from time to time have suggested amnesties. We've breached most clubs in the competition. We've certainly breached Melbourne Storm, but we've always rejected the idea of amnesties, and we'll continue to do so. And
digging into all the clubs, as Mr Waldron is suggesting, may lead to even bigger problems for the code.
If you believe Brian Waldron, part of the whole NRL culture, it's just a massive breach of governance and the rules. So clearly huge issues for News and the NRL if it is found to be widespread across the whole competition.
The scandal hasn't hurt News Limited's appeal to investors. Its shares broke through the $20 mark for the first time since 2008.